Hello and welcome back to Pathfinder Kingmaker. This episode, I actually skipped over to this point. So I basically just went to the cave where the Fangberries were and got them again and came right back to the trading post. Um, and I haven't reintroduced myself again, which feels like a cardinal sin given everything I've seen about, YouTubing, but okay, I'm Blacklight628. This is Pathfinder Kingmaker. Um, and yes, I am completing a quest given to us by this man Bakken, who is a local alchemist. He asked me to get some fangberries, and as you can see, he's very excited to have them. Um, and now apparently we're going to get permanent discounts on potions from him, which is great. And I got 150 experience, which is nice. What do you use these fangberries for? Truth be told, as I've gotten older, I've gotten kind of particular, and my appetite is almost gone. Everything I eat is practically tasteless to me now. I can barely force myself to swallow a bite. Only thing I can still taste is fangberries, so I add them to my porridge, or to roasted meat. I even add them to my potions. When I ran out of fangberries, I stopped eating entirely. Svetlana tried to help me, the dear. She baked pies for me, cooked me fish soup and stewed venison, but I just couldn't eat any of it. I was desperate. Those damned spiders had sucked the last bit of joy out of my life. If not for you, I'd pretty much have starved to death, miserable to the end. Jeez. Moon radishes. Hmm. Show me what you have. I think we could use... I think we could use more potions. I think. Okay, so we know that already. Yeah, we definitely need more potions. Okay, so cure light wounds. Okay. So 2 each should be good. And let's get... that should be good. Potion of ruin blindness in case we do that again. And, oh geez, this has gotten very expensive. Gonna bring this down a little bit. Yeah. I mean, we got a bunch of healing stuff, so... Ooh, one of mage armor. That's pretty good. Yeah, I'll get that. Okay. I'm just gonna get rid of some stuff that we don't need or use. Okay. So, journal. Um, and tusk getter. Done with that. I wonder where we could find kobolds. Because we've seen kobolds in other places. Okay, we're gonna keep this as our party. Alright. Oh wait, you know what? I haven't rested. But it's fine, I'll rest on the... Nope, nope. Probably, yeah. Because I came all the way back. It's been like 16 hours since we rested. You know what? It's fine. It's better that we keep moving. Trail in the hills. Is there anything else I'm supposed to be going to, technically? I've never been to the old sycamore. Maybe... Let's go to the trail in the hills. Oop. Let's try to avoid.
I tire.
Oop. Tired. Time to camp. Let's manage abilities. Yeah, help her out. Ah, darn it.
I tire.
So, who are we getting attacked? Goblins? Goblins.
Tear them apart!
Well, if you go for that one... Valerie, I want you on that one. You, sir, Acid Maw. Harem, I want you to cast Bless. And Lindsay, just shoot that one.
Do not falter.
Well, that worked out well. Seems like a bunch of stuff we don't need. Again, stuff we don't need. Let's just leave it. Back to sleep, everybody. Okay. Yeah, just leave. Alright. Southwards. Waterlogged lowland. Alright, let's check out the trail in the hills and then we'll check out the waterlogged lowland. Let's see what's going on here.
All according to plan.
Can you make an epic pose? I need inspiration.
Mature leopard.
Let us strike as one.
Tear them apart!
I said, let's have you cast Snowball. Harem. Let's have you just attack. And then Z, you can just attack
Serves
too.
you right.
Whoa, back up, Lindsay.
A miserable last chapter.
Back up, Harem.
Lost.
What the hell? Cure light wounds on Lindsay. Actually, Oran, back up. I need to change your operating ideas here, really.
This won't kill me. You survive.
What the heck?
I
Why am I
always survive.
doing? Why am I doing so badly?
This spell's not supposed to work like that.
Calm down. This was not part of the plan.
Yes. Yes.
Lost.
Oh, come on! It's a leopard!
Ebbs low.
Do not falter. Avenge me.
What? A
What?
miserable.
Are you kidding me? I guess I'll just have to let her die.
I die free.
Well, that was immensely embarrassing. How the heck did I die to a leopard? There's a frazzle. I'm just gonna check everyone's equipment really quick. Okay, let's try this again. That was just embarrassing. Alright, do I go Yeah, I'll go to the right again. At least I know what I'm dealing with in that direction. Oh, you know what? I'm all screwed up here. Samiri's in the back. Huh, that's weird. Must be a glitch. Got some information one. Okay, so you're up there, you're there, and Wolf is there. Actually, we'll have it like this, so that then just get the best perception, I think. And Harem, you stay there. That seems good. Much better.
All according to plan.
To victory!
Alright, so Valerie,
Let us strike
I want
as
you
one.
fighting defensively. Amiri, no, just, actually, yeah, it's fine.
Tear them apart!
Okay. Lindsay, I want you to cast Ear-Piercing Scream. Oran, you're going to cast Acid Maw. Wolf also will be attacking, yes. Harem, cast Bless. And Octavia, cast... Ray of Frost. No. Harem, stop going to fight things. I need to... Yeah. Turn off the caster's AI.
Repent!
Actually, no. No, Harem, do not go up there. You... I want to cast Flare. Lindsay.
May
I can't do
suggest
that.
another way to use this spell?
So just
Serves
attack.
you right.
And Octavia, cast another Ray of Frost.
I can't keep this up much longer.
Harem? No, that's wrong. I need Cure Light Wounds on Valerie. Okay. Another Flare. Another Ear-Piercing Scream. Another Ray of Frost.
I require healing.
Kidding me?
Avenge me.
Dang it. Attack of opportunity. Flare. Harem. I'm sorry, I'm thinking here. Let's do... No, we already did Bless. Let's do True Strike.
Your life ebbs low.
Alright, Lindsay, I need you to do a Cure Light Wounds on Amiri. I'm gonna do a Flare on the Mature Leopard. Octavia. I think we're gonna use Tidal Kinetic Fist.
This won't kill me.
Touch of Chaos.
I'll survive. I always survive.
Could be worse than that. Lost.
And I need you to do Cure Light Wounds on Harem. I need you to Rage.
I'm all right.
Well, that was a lot.
Yes.
Harem, I want you to use Channel Positive Energy. And another time. Okay.
I
And,
am your shield.
and I need you to use one of your potions. It's not the best solution, but that's what we got. Jeez, why was that leopard so tough? Hey, a kobold. Ooh, with a fancy short bow. +1 short bow. Okay. So what else is around here then? Was it just the leopard? Yeah, I guess so. Jeez, that was a weirdly tough fight. It did say mature leopards, so maybe there was something... Maybe, I don't know. Okay, well that's that. I guess there's no direct path between here and there. Alright, we're gonna go this way, and then we're gonna go that way, and we're gonna go this way, and then we're gonna go this way, and then this way. And, we're gonna, should I, yeah, let's camp. Ah. Please don't let us get attacked in the night. Please don't let us get attacked in the night. Sweet. Okay. We walked across the heath for a long time, yet no sight sprang up before our eyes. By turns we discovered a verdant lowland, with several nearby springs streaming down behind another hillside. And then in the distance, in the center of the lowland among the bush, there stood a single dry tree, a true giant. Its magnificent outline resembled an animal's paw clawing at the sky. But what was truly remarkable, the flat landscape was dotted by mysterious dark humps. They were piled about the height of a man and scattered around in abundance. We determined that we should explore the lowland. The further we trekked, the softer the land became. Step by step, heath grass gave way to moss, low-growing shrubs and ferns, and then sloshy puddles of stinky swamp water. The muddy ground sucked at our feet, and soon our party was jumping from hassock to hassock. Finally, we reached the first group of mysterious drums, and learned they were no mere hills, but dugout dwellings. We moved with great care toward the center of the lowland, and there the real swamp began. On the way toward the mysterious giant tree, we saw the foggy outline of another hut, this one much bigger and surrounded by small clay statues. We examined the surrounding dwellings. Inside the dugouts were frowsy and dark, darker than holes, and filled with absolute desolation. There were no windows in these mud walls, no furniture or other homely items except for the odd piece of tattered wicker, but every dwelling had a large hollow dug right in the center of the dirt floor like a fire pit, but taking up the greater part of the space. They were filled with standing water and reeked beyond description. We moved with great care towards the center of the lowland, and there... oh no, wait, we already... We would not retreat and moved ever forward, toward the tall tree, determined to visit the big hut on our way there. We walked slowly, carefully choosing our way, keeping to drier ground as much as possible, but the further we went, the more difficult it became, and soon we were wading waist-deep through the cattails. Frogs croaked loudly as we peered anxiously into the cloudy water, struggling to make out what shadows flitted along the bottom. Suddenly Lindsay staggered, spread out an oath, and flailed her arms. She'd made a wrong step, and unable to pull out her foot, she called out loudly, and began to sing into the vile green slush. Wary of another, athletics -2. We hurried to the rescue, sensing that time, was short. It's athletics -2. Let's give this one a shot. Lindsay's head was stuck below the deathly icky water, but our hands were just in time. We pulled with all our strength, and she emerged, gasping above the frothy muck. Lindsay was rather green by the time we lifted her out, but found the strength to thank us when she'd caught her breath. So nothing bad happened. The insatiable bog gurgled hungrily after us, but we didn't look back. Sodden and weary, we finally made it back to solid ground, and a palace of sorts rose before our eyes. A spacious hut made of mud like the rest, but decorated with pebbles, bones, cattails, spikes, and snail shells. In front of the palace was a wide and shallow reservoir. Its green water reflected the leaves of huge ferns and primitive clay figurines. The buzzing of gnats was nearly deafening. We were not far to the center of the swamp, and a firm and steady path led there through the thick bushes. At its end, that tall, dry tree stretched mightily upwards, clawing at the firmament. Knowledge of World 17, we carefully examined the clay figurines, trying to fathom who they might portray. Goggle eyes, flat heads, with no necks, ears, or chins, ugly long legs, unnaturally bent. These mysterious clay sculptures depicted some uncanny cross between a frog and a human. The buzzing of blah blah blah. We peeked inside the hut. The palace was twice the height of other huts, and its entrance was wide enough that 3 could walk abreast. The walls were decorated. An unknown builder had scratched drawings in the clay while it was still wet. The faded scrawl depicted huge amphibians devouring smaller figures, some frog-headed, others not. 3 of the 4 rooms boasted large holes filled with water, just like the other dwellings, though here there were steps descending into them, cut into the dirt. In the furthest room we found equipment decorating the walls. Leather armor, spears, clubs. To our surprise, a number of items here were well preserved. The hut was clearly deserted, so we felt no shame in taking some of it with us. Short sword, leather armor, 137 gold, not bad. We moved forward, seeing we'd drawn so near our goal. It was ever so lovely to walk once again along the well-trodden path. Our soaked clothes imagined being dry, and our mood at once lifted. The bushes that bordered the path seemed to wave at us amiably, with their juicy green leaves and shiny bright red berries. A fresh wind puffed away the rotten smell, and it finally felt like the swamp might be nearly behind us. But then the wind stopped blowing, and the thorny branches continued to move, and we heard a loud shout. Lindsay, who was watching our rear, pointed to a surging, crawling wall of green filling in the path behind us. The surrounding thicket was coming to life. Its branches reached out with a soft swishing sound. Drops of sap oozed from their thorns, gleaming in the emerald dusk. The path was disappearing. There was no way back, and the clear space ahead was closing. Mobility 16. We ran forward as fast as our legs could carry us. Mobility, yeah. Ah, alas, we were not quick enough. Green walls closed in around us. Branches grabbed at our sleeves. Wicked thorns scratched our hands, and our faces burned with acidic sap. Roots tangled our feet, and our blood fell on the leaves. But with great effort, we broke away at last from the grasping green. Finally, after what seemed an endless trek, we came upon the gigantic dry tree that had so intrigued us from the beginning. Lo and behold, we saw an idol cut into its trunk. A huge, horned, three-eyed toad. Its googly eyes made it look both cruel and dumb, almost idiotic. Its muzzle hung half open, sharp-toothed, with several hanging tongues. Deep brown streaks oozed from the corners of its mouth. Lore religion. We tried to glean what sort of idol it might be. Finally, a success. There could be no doubt. There could be no doubt. This was Gogunta, master of the great swamp and the demon abyss. But what is this? But what is this? While we were examining the idol, a large, bright blue dragonfly came out of a hollow in the tree and sat invitingly on the very tip of one of our noses. It was so remarkably strange. It didn't react to our movements and seemed quite content to remain where it sat. Oh god, look at that one. The idol reeked of evil, to say the least. We were certain we must destroy it. Yeah, demons are not good. Clearly, we could not leave such an obscenity unscathed. We drew our swords and slashed at the wooden face, and from it oozed black, sticky blood. We heard a great clap of thunder, and a thick fog arose from nowhere. The birds screamed furiously. More thunder soon followed, and with each strike the sky grew darker and darker. Soon we couldn't see the sun through the fog. The air shuddered again, but was it still thunder, or the creaky voice of the monstrous toad? Still our iron blades dug deep into the blood-soaked wood, and at last the idol was smashed into splinters. The fog cleared away, and silence descended. Suddenly we realized that every frog in the swamp had gone quiet. We turned almost with a sigh of relief, and saw that the flesh-eating bush had withered away. Satisfied with a job well done, we returned to where we'd come from. Well, that was a thing. It's still question marked. Do I enter again? Let's try this again. Ah, I succeeded this time. I guess there was more to see. Goggle eyes, flat heads. These sculptures could only be the work of boggards. Primitive, cruel boggart tribes had inhabited the swamps of Garund and Avistan since the olden days. Pitiless to others and to each other, they were led by the darker instincts of their insane priest-kings. They are known to grow young fry in the pools inside the houses. Huh. So this time I'm succeeding. So what was that? Okay, I think... actually, let's head to the old sycamore. Because we haven't been here yet. Although, we should camp. Sweet. Alright, why is that still question marked? I don't know. Alright. After we check this place out, I think I'll end this episode. Here we go. Oh, who are you?
Greetings.
Greetings. Keston Gares. The former captain of Jamandi Eldori's personal guards announced you, as though you'd seen each other in Restov only yesterday. He limps noticeably, and his clothes are stained with blood, and looks every bit as grim and focused as when you first met. But this time you also sense a hint of excitement in his eyes.
I have urgent news from Restov. The investigation that I have conducted at Lady Jamandi's orders have proved your innocence. Tartuccio was and still is the Pataxian spy. That dreadful night, it was him who had opened the gate and let the assassins in. It appears that he had planned to gain the barony and Eldori's support, only to later place these lands under the command of his true patron. King Irovetti is no stranger to intrigue, and likes to use others to do his dirty work. Anyway, Lady Jamandi sends her apologies. Lady Jamandi ordered me to capture Tartuccio. We were following his trail when that damned mist fell. First we entirely lost our way, and then stumbled right into a bandit ambush. Alas, nearly all my people were wounded and can go no further. And so I am here asking for your aid. I'll point out on the map where Tartuccio is supposed to be. Bring that scum to Oleg's trading post, dead or alive. Restov will not forget this favor.
Nice. How did Tartuccio manage to fool you?
That sly bastard has caused us no little trouble, that's for sure. When he showed up in Restov and announced he was going to join the expedition, nobody suspected a thing. Yes, a gnome, yes, a sorcerer, but so what? Even after that terrible night, some of my people were willing to bet money on you being the spy. His overconfidence was his downfall. Tartuccio's henchmen, it seems, imagined they could safely meet with Pataxian spies in the town's seedy underbelly. But Restov is the ancestral home of the Eldori, and Lady Jamandi is respected not only by the aristocracy and the common folk, but also by those on the other side of the law. We received a message from the slums. A good friend, who wished to remain anonymous, suggested the Sword Lords take a closer look at a certain guest from Patax. Jamandi immediately sent for me and ordered me to capture the spy, all very quietly, of course. He told us everything, and not only about Tartuccio. I doubt that Irovetti was pleased to hear of his agent's failure.
What can Pataxian spies hope to find in the stolen lands?
Pataxian spies are much like magpies. They'll grab anything that catches their eye. Information, treasure, artifacts. This time King Irovetti had a chance to seize the entire stolen lands region, and at the Eldori's expense. I'll give you some advice for the future. Be wary of the Pataxian king. He's truly a snake of a man.
Gares is the name of a noble house in Brevoy, is it not? You're a noble, then?
Used to be. It's only a name now, nothing more. The House Gares are a noble family in Brevoy. They own several mines in the Galushkin Mountains. My father Evan is cousin to Lord Howland Gares, but he's my father no longer. In any case, I brought shame upon my name and was punished accordingly. The family disowned me. I fled to Restov and took up the life of a simple mercenary, until I received an assignment here in the Stolen Lands.
Care to tell me why you were exiled? You've asked me a favor. I'd say you owe me an explanation.
Fair enough. For a Gares, the prosperity of the house and the honor of the name stands above all else, and I was betrothed to a widow from another noble house. This union was of great importance to the family. However, 3 months before the wedding, I met a commoner girl, gentle and pure, and we fell in love. I would have rather died than leave my Tanya, so I decided to break off the engagement with my noble bride. I could never have expected what would follow. My father was furious. I'd set a pointless love affair above the interests of the house. He expelled me from the family and ordered to leave our lands under threat of death. And Tanya, her mother was seriously ill, and she stayed behind to care for her rather than follow me into exile. Thus, I was on my own, disgraced, without a name, and without love.
Aw, poor guy.
Don't imagine that I ask for pity. Everyone gets what they deserve.
I'd say you deserved a better fate, Keston. True love should not be punished.
What's done is done.
I would know more of House Garess than your homeland.
Well then, ask away.
Tell me of the lands you grew up in.
House Garess owns a number of valleys and gorges in the Galushkin Mountains. The landscape makes these places easily defensible, and they're rich in ores and everything else the depths of the earth have to offer. It is a place of rare beauty. When I moved to Restov, I couldn't get used to it for a long time. There was nothing but sky between the roofs. No mountain peaks anywhere in sight.
This is the most voice acting I've gotten in a while.
It is an old and renowned family, one of the most influential in Brevoy. A long time ago, the Garess house entered a pact with the dwarven clan of Golka. This proved to be of great benefit to both parties, and they've supplied the ore for our forges ever since. Lord Howland even took the son of the dwarven leader as his ward. Who would have known where this would lead? The same winter that Brevoy lost the Rogarvia dynasty, Howland's only natural son, Bren, went missing in the mountains. Thus, Toval Golka, the Lord's dwarven ward, became heir to House Garess. The lad has it tough, though. Too many believed Howland should have chosen someone of his own blood to be the heir. I would imagine my own father had similar plans for me, but we all know how that went.
Let's finish this conversation some other time.
As you wish.
I'll see you later. Farewell. Well, that was interesting. And I'm actually going to end this video here. So this went... Well, I didn't expect to get a new quest like that exactly. Well, I expected to find something, but I didn't expect to find that. Still, a new direction for us to follow. New XP to get in our preparation for our assault on the Temple of the Elk at some point. Jeez, that bear-shaped ent. Oof. Yeah, definitely gonna need another level or two before that. Anyway, I am Blacklight628. Thank you for watching. I hope you've been enjoying Pathfinder Kingmaker. I still am. And I hope you see you in the next video. Enjoy, and good night.